How y'all doing here in Portland, ladies and gentlemen? It's so nice to be here. It's so good to be here. I sure do appreciate the time y'all come out and take to see me. Y'all might wonder where I'm from. We'll get to that later on. I'd like to talk to you about perception and how people perceive things, because things ain't always as they appear to be. Okay, good example. When I first heard of this town, I thought somebody said Portland, and the way the town's set up, it kind of looks kind of poor, so I just assumed that's what it was. So for about 2 weeks, I'm walking around here like, hey, Portland, how you doing? But perception is always different from everybody. Everyone got their own, unique way of perceiving things. My stepmama is so dumb, I'm going to tell you how she perceives things, that she just absolutely believes to this day that it's absolutely true. Alright? So she told me when I was younger, because I lived down Texas with them, and she told me when I was younger that a chicken laid an egg out of its mouth. Now I laughed my ass off so hard, I thought I'd never stop. Every once in a while, I'll think about that, and I start laughing like I did way back then. So, anyway, I try to explain to her, there's no way a chicken can lay an egg out of his mouth because his mouth is too small. What she saw is what happened really is the chicken laid an egg out of his ass or someplace close to it, because the chicken, when it got laid an egg, it got shit on the egg, you know what I'm saying? So, that egg had to be moved for some reason or another, and the chicken was using his beak to roll it. See? And when it rolled it, what happened was some shit got on the chicken's tongue, and the chicken went, "Wah!" And that's what she heard. When she looked up, she saw the chicken pushing the egg with his beak, and that's what she thought the chicken laid the egg out of his mouth. Perception. See? Understand? So, that's just one way of her knowing, thinking that, a chicken lays the egg out of his mouth. She's dumb. And I'm going to tell you another example of how dumb she really is. And I love her, I do. I mean, she's dumb as a rock, but, you can't help stupidity. It only gets worse as time goes by. So anyway, she's out in the yard one day, and there's a great, I don't know if y'all know what piss ants are. The piss ants are these little red ants, and when they bite, they hurt like a motherfucker. I'll tell you what. They do hurt. And what happens is, when they bite you, it looks like you got a pimple on you. You know what I'm saying? And if you scratch it, it burns. So they call them piss ants. Well, anyway, we're down in the backyard, me and my dad. My dad's drinking. I'm having a few drinks myself. And when I was a kid, my daddy didn't care how old I was. I was 14 years old. I'm drinking cherry Coke and cherry vodka and Coke. And that was my drink. So, here we are, me and my dad are out on the porch. Hey, man, what's up? Yeah. And here comes my stepmom. She's out there, big old piss ant hill. She wants to get rid of it. So her bright idea is to take a lawnmower, fire it up, and drive right over the top of it. Now, that's some shit, I tell you. I knew what was going to happen. My daddy knew what was going to happen. But we just go ahead on. That's what you want to do, right? So she fires it up, and she runs right over the top of it. And within 5 seconds, it looked like if you take your hand and put your hand in a bucket of water, it's going to be covered with water instantly. Well, that's what happened to her with these piss ants. Me and my daddy laughed so hard, I never thought I'd ever stop laughing. She's screaming, hey, get him off of me, get him off of me. And she's all welting up all over her head, her face, and her neck, and her arms, and her feet. Well, she starts running towards the house. My daddy grabs a hose, and he starts hosing her off, gets them all off. And about, not even 2 or 3 minutes later, she looked like she walked through a zit factory. She was just peppered with it. Okay? So we're thinking, all right, well, she had enough of that. That's going to be all done, right? No. No, let me tell you. This is the next step in her I'm going to get rid of those goddamn piss ants, look what they did to me. So about 3 days went by, and that's just about the right amount of time for the piss ants to make a new house in the same spot. They build it up, because they keep rebuilding. They're really industrial ants. So they're smart too, So anyway, my stepmama gets a gallon of gas and goes outside, and she starts pouring down the gas on top of this piss ant hill. She said, I'm going to get rid of these some bitches. They ain't going to bite me no more. And she poured all the gas out. She got a match. Didn't even wait for the fumes to, disappear and go away. She lit that match, and all of a sudden, woof! Next thing you know, she got no eyebrows, no eyelashes, and her bangs were gone. I mean, they just burnt plumb off her head. I tell you what, that's the funniest damn shit. Me and my daddy laughed. I tell you. Now, she is done. She told me one time when she was looking at a magazine, she told me, she said, if a girl plays with herself too much, she's going to grow a ding-dong. I said, what? She said, yeah, she's going to grow a ding-dong. She plays with herself too long, she's going to grow a ding-dong. And she'll have both the ding-dong and the vagina. I said, no, she won't. You are crazy as can be. She said, yeah, it will. I saw it in the magazine. I tried to tell her. I said, Ma, because I call her Ma, got to be respectful. I said, Ma, that's not what happens. Because that was true. Every girl I ever knew and ever met would have a ding-dong, and they don't. All girls play with themselves. She said, I don't touch myself. That's nasty. I said, well, you ain't learning to live life the way life is meant to be. Pleasure is life. You got to learn that. So anyway, perception ain't. See, I must have been down there in the south too long, and it cooked my brain, and I can't even speak right. So anyway, perception is all on how you want to view somebody in the first 30 seconds of how they start to talk and interact with you. So let me tell y'all that what you perceive me to be ain't actually that. Now you asked me where I'm from. Let me tell you. I'm from Bangor, Maine. I was raised in Bangor. I grew up there half my young life, and I went down to Texas. Stayed down there with my dad and my